But there were still failures. In 2023, several ARRW tests ended mid-flight. Sensors failed. Boosters separated too early. Each failure played on news screens across the world, and each one made Beijing more confident. Chinese state media even mocked the U.S., saying America can't keep up. Still, inside the Pentagon, there was quiet determination. Engineers knew they were close. The latest prototype, using a dual-stage rocket booster and scramjet propulsion, showed promise in simulations. It could reach Mach 17 and hit targets thousands of miles away in under 10 minutes. Then came 2024. Satellite images showed increased activity at Edwards Air Force Base and the Pacific Missile Range. Analysts guessed something big was coming. Defense officials denied it. But behind closed doors, final preparations were underway. The project name was Lightning Spear. Its mission was simple: prove that America could launch, guide, and strike with a hypersonic weapon faster and more accurately than anyone else on Earth. For months, technicians worked day and night. The missile's heat shield was built from new carbon composites that could survive 3,000 degrees Celsius. The propulsion team refined the scramjet engine to sustain combustion at speeds where air itself becomes plasma. The guidance system was powered by advanced AI, capable of adjusting trajectory in real time. Every part of the system was designed for one purpose: to restore America's dominance in the sky. Inside the Pentagon's Situation Room, generals watched simulation after simulation. Every time the numbers looked better. Finally, in late 2025, the green light came. The president signed off on the first live test. The location was kept secret, but satellite data later confirmed it happened somewhere near Tonopah Test Range, Nevada. For us defense planners, this wasn't just another test. It was a message to rivals watching closely from Beijing and Moscow. When word of the upcoming launch reached Chinese intelligence, alarms went off. Analysts in Beijing's Central Military Commission held emergency meetings. If the U.S. succeeded, China's missile advantage would collapse overnight. They rushed to track American movements. But most of the launch data was encrypted through Space Force's secure satellite network. In the days leading up to the launch, every radar in the Pacific seemed to be listening. Every satellite was pointed toward Nevada. And as the countdown began, the entire defense world held its breath. The United States was about to take back the lead it had lost. And at 2:17 a.m., that moment finally arrived. At 2:17 a.m., the countdown hit 0. In the middle of the Nevada desert, a column of fire ripped through the darkness. A deep rumble rolled across the valley, shaking the sand and echoing off the mountains. The missile known as Lightning Spear had just left the launch pad. Its ignition was unlike anything seen before. A blinding white plume burst downward, and within seconds, the missile cleared the tower. A trail of ionized gas followed it, glowing blue, as it climbed into the thin air. Technicians at the control center held their breath. Dozens of screens tracked every heartbeat of data: pressure, temperature, thrust, telemetry. Velocity nominal, altitude 48,000 feet. Mach 3 and climbing.